Hi everyone, I'm Veronica with Eureka, and this is our YouTube mini-series about teaching English as a foreign language. In this video, we're going to take a look at a game that I love called Vocabulary Battleship. Here's a game perfect for practicing vocabulary with your students. It's called Vocabulary Battleship. If you're thinking about the game you used to play when you were younger, you're on the right track. Vocabulary Battleship is very similar. If you're unfamiliar with the board game, Battleship is a strategic guessing game where you race to see who can sink the opponent's ships first. To play Battleship, it requires just two parts, a battleship sheet and the battleships. Here's an example of the original Battleship sheet. Our version looks almost the same, except instead of blank squares, you'll use vocabulary. Fill up the Battleship sheet with vocabulary you want your students to practice. When you're ready to play, pair them up with an opponent. Each student should choose 3 adjoining cells horizontally or vertically on their own sheet. This will be their battleship, but make sure they don't tell their partner what they've chosen. So, how do you play? Simple. Each player takes turns shooting at the grid. To shoot, they simply have to call out the coordinates and the vocabulary in that cell. For example, E5 shapes. The opponent has to check to see if part of their ship is occupying that cell. If it is, it's a hit. If it isn't, it's a miss. Make sure your students keep track of where they guessed. The game continues with players guessing back and forth, racing to sink all 3 cells of their opponent's ship first. This is a great activity if you want a calm but very focused classroom for some fun vocabulary practice. When adapting this game to your students, obviously you can change the level of the vocabulary, or you can take it up a notch and challenge them to say full sentences. So instead of guessing E5 shapes, they would have to say, E5, I think shapes are very cool. After your students are familiar with the rules of this game, you can get them to add more ships of different sizes for a challenge. Hope you had fun learning this game with me today. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're as passionate about language acquisition as we are, leave us a comment below. Let's get talking. See you next time.